world of Street Fighter 3, the third chapter, so what's it gonna be? You're trapped in a new world of Street Fighter 3. Make your first move, so what's it gonna be? You're trapped in a new world of Street Fighter 3, the third chapter, so what's it gonna be? The third strike, y'all, is Street Fighter 3.
Hello, welcome to the third episode of Fighting Game Fridays. I'm once again your host, Gamer Nick, or Nick Ciliano, or whatever other names I came up with during the time. So yeah, here's Street Fighter 3, and right now I'm showing off the extra characters, new characters that show up in the game. You got Remy, Q, Chun-Li, Mikado, and 12. Do you believe I got 5 new characters for this game? Akuma is now a selectable character, you saw it there in the corner. And this has a unique new feature. You can select which opponent you want to fight. There are 10 stages, and you can pick which fighter you want to fight on either side. It's a pretty interesting system. I don't really know why they put it in there, but whatever. It's nice to have choices, I guess. So yeah, Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, the third and final installment of the Street Fighter 3 series, and quite honestly, in my opinion, the best one out there. I mean, seriously, I think whatever they're trying to do with the series, they finally got right in this one. The controls were better. Definitely the sound was better. Alex sounded way better. Had like a nice little attempt at a New York accent, but he didn't sound like a little girl like in part 2. He's like, you can't escape. Now he actually like said, I can't lose. Yeah, I swear that's what he sounded like. Not so much in this one, though. They got new voice actors. Like, the animation was better. Personally, I think the background was a little better in the first 2 versions of the game. They seemed a little uninspired in this one, plus reused for some characters. Differences here and there, so anything like that. So the combo system's better, the throw system's better. This time you use 2 buttons to throw instead of you know, just whatever button you have next to it. Yeah, what else? Story-wise, this takes place after Second Impact, because Second Impact was basically overwrites the first version of Street Fighter 3, but Second Impact was like the tournament. So all the storyline for part 2 was the tournament. And here we have, oh man, I don't know why I went with the Buki on that one. I wanted to go with the, what's his name? Dudley, I don't know why I did. This takes place like after, so there's like kind of a story to this one. As much story as you're going to get out of a Street Fighter game. Like there's someone what happens afterwards, you know, this, that, and the other thing. That's pretty interesting. I went with Ryu this time because he's the only character I can get through this game without actually sucking too bad. I mean, seriously, I had some pretty bad experience. I tried with Dudley, I just couldn't do it. I tried with Akuma. I really wanted to use Akuma, but I don't know. For some reason, Ryu's the only character in this game that I can play as in single player mode and not completely suck. It's like the only really character I had at the end of this game was Gil, so yeah, I had to face him a couple times. That pretty much sucks. I'm also playing this on the PS2 version. I do have the Dreamcast version, I had it first, but I figured I'd play the PS2 version because, let's face it, the PS2 has a better controller. I mean, the Dreamcast controller, as much as I like the Dreamcast, the controller just did not work too well for fighting games. Other games, no problem, but as for fighting games, not so much. So like I said, it sounds like I said, it sounds better, animation was better, characters look better. Overall, better game, more technical, tighter controls, all that fun stuff. Especially throws like really easier, well, not easier to do, but tech throws back. The EX moves are back. They changed the command, I guess, for. Oh, parry should still be the same, where you like hit forward. And here we have Chun-Li making her return from the Street Fighter 2 series. Coming back in this game with all her moves. A couple of new ones, I believe, or not really, I don't know. But yeah, fan favorite Chun-Li making her way back into the Street Fighter series. Her story in this one is she gave up her life as a policewoman, and she is now training children in martial arts. Well, apparently, Urian has been kidnapping children for whatever reason. I don't think it's ever actually explained. And Chun-Li goes to look for them. That's pretty much where she's going here, trying to fight people for whatever reason. And she's being a little cheap bitch in that corner, getting that little clip kick or whatever. Pretty interesting characters. You got, oh yeah, the three super combos make their return. You can actually pick the one before you start fighting, and there you go. Interesting. I don't know if the other two versions have this feature that this one has. I don't know. I didn't really play them enough to look into it. But when you beat the game enough times, fulfill certain conditions, you unlock extra options. And what you can do in the extra option, you can do a lot of neat stuff, a lot of customization. You can turn off block damage. You can turn off losing meter when using EX move. So you can like pretty much use EX move whenever you want. You can have the meter be on at all times, like you never run out, have infinite meter, whatever. You can actually turn off your damage, or you can like go through the whole game and not get hurt whatsoever. You get like total perfects or whatever. And they brought back the car game. I mean, the car smashing game. This time it's an SUV, and I say good riddance. I just don't like SUVs for some reason. I don't know why. Piss me off. For reasons I just can't explain because I don't know. So standard fare, as you've seen the car crushing game, you just beat the crap out of the car until you toss it over. So that was a pretty neat bonus, a big feature when they brought it back up, like, yay, the bonus game! Okay, maybe they weren't like that, but I thought it was a pretty neat feature. Alright, and I'll get back to what I was saying before about the extra options, because I want to talk about Remy now. Because Remy is the charged character of the game. So I guess they wanted to put a character like Guile or Charlie within the game, and they chose this guy who, for some reason, hates fighters because his father left to go be a fighter, and he felt he abandoned his family. And his sister's dead. He's got her like locked up in some ice cave underwater, which you find out by his ending, and he eventually lets her go. Interesting theory about Remy came up recently in the past, I'll say 2 years. He may or may not be the son of Abel from Street Fighter 4. I mean, it would make sense when you think about it. I mean, he's French. Abel is French. He talks about his father abandoning him, and seeing how he knows like the moves, like the slash kick and the sonic boom type move. It's possible that since it seems that I gotta hurry up here. Charlie rescued Abel. It seems that way. I mean, it's never actually confirmed, but it's all rumor. But it's like speculation stuff that maybe he taught Remy how to fight like him in the time that Abel was around. Like I said, it's just theory that somebody probably came up with. There's no actual evidence to it. Capcom has not confirmed nor denied this, so it's not confirmed. Don't know if it's true, but it'd make an interesting plot point, I think. I think they should have kept it. I think they confirmed that's true. I think it'd be interesting. And he's also been known to make appearance, like, be similar to Iori from King of Fighters. So, yeah, I mean, he is similar. He's got the red pants, he's got the black jacket. He's kind of crazy. So yeah, he could be close to Iori. So that's him right there. And then we have new characters. Well, not new characters. They've been Necro. Necro sounds better in this one. He sounded like really weird in the past two versions. Pretty interesting. As I was saying before, with the extra options, you can also like have it so you can do all three of your special moves. All three of your special moves in during the fight. So you can have like 1, 2, and 3, and have certain like inputs for them. It's actually a pretty interesting way to play. I mean, me and my friend used to like turn them all on, just have all kinds of fun. I would do this thing to really like piss off my friend. I'd get my meter all built up, and you can have it. Oh, you can also have it up to like 9. If you want like 9 super moves, you can put your thing all the way up to level 9 and like 9 super moves. Unless you put an infinite, there's really no point in doing that. But he did this thing, and it's not like piss him off. I'd be his Ryu, and I'd shoot the electric fireball at him, like the electric Hadouken. And my friend, being the fucking dick that he is, would always like, he learned to parry like really good. So I'd throw that at him, he'd be like, bah, 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 just stop it like dead in his tracks. But while he's halfway doing that, I go ahead and I throw the Shinko Hadouken, I throw the big fireball, and it just hits him. He's like, fucking bastard! You would hate him. Like, I hate when you do that to me. So yeah, I do that shit all the time. But yeah, he was like really good at the parry, and it really pissed me off. I'm like, come on! He would get way into this game more than me. I made the mistake of letting him borrow it, and he'd get like really good. I'd play him, and he'd just like beat the shit out of me. I was like, fuck you. I miss days like that. So here we go. I picked Urian for this one, I believe, because I didn't want to fight Hugo. I was going on a good I was going on a good stride here. I was going strong. I was going good. I didn't want him to ruin what I had going on here. I had a pretty good. I haven't lost a round yet, which is awesome. And that is something that sort of pays off a little later into the game, and I'll get to that. So Urian once again makes his return. Apparently, if you beat the game with him, he kills Gil. He puts him in some building and blows it up. At the end of Street Fighter Second Impact, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, and maybe even New Generation, I don't know. He beats Gil, and he becomes the new president of the Illuminati, whatever the group is. But they promote Gil to Emperor, so that was kind of like a big fuck you to Urian, and he was kind of pissed. And he was also in part, like, he took over the project that made Necro, and he made the new version of a character called 12, which I do take on a little later in the playthrough, and you will see him. So yeah, and for some reason, whatever, he's kidnapping children. That's why Chun-Li's after him. I don't know why. For some reason, Ken's after him for the same reason. The story for Ken is he gets bored, so he travels the world to fight people again, just for the hell of it. And he runs into Urian, and for some reason, Ken knows that Urian's kidnapping children. It's like, I heard you, or something like that, and they fight for whatever reason, so. I do like this stage, actually. I thought it was a pretty cool stage. I not thought a lot of stages in Street Fighter Third Strike were kind of boring. This was one of the good ones. The music for this game, pretty good too. Definitely better music. They put a lot of rap in it. Not a big fan of rap, but whatever. It's cool. I did like the music in this game though, even the rap version they play in the intro, which they totally fucked up in the Third Strike Online version, which is something I will get to in the future. Parry the Ball bonus game is still around, so yeah, that happens. I was like, I don't know why I got perfect on this before. I was like trying to do it, and I don't know, but like I said, I'm playing on a flat screen TV, and some of the older systems don't register too well on them. That and the fact I'm trying to record it on a DVD recorder, it may or may not have hindered the ability to do some of the inputs. Or maybe I just suck, I don't know. It's probably a little of both. I wouldn't put it past me. Mikado, which I again skipped because, quite frankly, I didn't want to ruin my stride. And even though Akuma's pretty tough though, so. Had a pretty good game going here. No losses. Or no round losses. I didn't need any perfects, but you don't really need them for what's about to come up. So yeah, Akuma, now a selectable character, no longer hidden. Pretty decent move, but like all other games, his stun gauge fills up faster and he takes more damage. Because they need to balance him, they need to make it fair. Which I don't understand why it would have to be like that at all. I mean, I could understand maybe a computer version being a little more difficult, but if you're going to have a regular version of him, just have a regular version of him. There's no point whatsoever at this point in the game. I can see why they might have done it in Street Fighter 2. He was a hidden character or whatever, but when you make him a regular character, there's no need to actually nerf him. You just make him, like, on par with, like, Ken and Ryu. I just think there's no need whatsoever to weaken him the way they did. But I guess they wanted to give anybody who played against him an advantage, which, you know, doesn't really do you too good when you're playing against a computer version of it. So, yeah. So, don't know why they did that. Never knew why they did that. I don't know if they did it in Street Fighter 4 or not. Looking at that, I don't remember. I don't think they did, but... the thing about Akuma is he does not use EX moves at all. And watch how I make this nice little comeback here. That's awesome, right? He doesn't do EX moves, and he can do the Shun Saku, whatever, in addition to whatever move he picks. And what the hell is that? It's Q, ladies and gentlemen, an extra hidden character which actually doesn't have a stage, but if you fulfill certain conditions, he will appear as an extra round, an extra battle. So there you go. What you pretty much, I guess, what you have to do is not lose any rounds. You have to get up to the ninth fight without losing any rounds, and you can't. You just have to get a number of super finishes. I don't know if you have to do it at the end of the total fight, or you just have to get some super finishes in the rounds in. Fulfill those conditions, and you get the extra fight of Q. As far as Q goes, nobody really knows who or what he is. I don't know if he's human or not. By the way, I totally fucked up this fight and lost, so... spoiler alert, but whatever. I totally messed up. I guess, I just get a little... usually I beat him, but... Q is some weird character with a metal face, probably wearing a mask. And it's unknown if either he is one guy, or perhaps an organization. There have been many speculations of who he might be. Possibly Bison, but I doubt that, thanks to Street Fighter 4 ruining the story. Like I said, I know I'm talking a lot about story in Street Fighter 3. There is somewhat of one there, it's kind of interesting, but it's not the main focus of the series. Because, like I said before, you're not playing Street Fighter games for the story. You're probably not playing fighting games for the story at all. So yeah, and I totally just fuck up and get killed. Usually I don't post in the matches that I lose at all, but I figured I wanted to show that, so I just continued on. And here's 12, like I mentioned before. He was like the result of what happened. I think it was like the G Project, what it's called. So yeah, with the G Project, they made this guy. And 12, I'm assuming he's called 12 because there's a bunch of them, and he just happened to be the 12th one. His mission is to hunt down Necro and bring him back, which in his ending he actually does. But you see that Necro might actually be still kind of who he is, even though they put him in one of these 12 shells or whatever. This dude is like a Carnage wannabe, I guess. That's why I refer him to as. He has a unique. Damn, I'm like stuttering all over the place. A unique move called X Copy. He didn't use it here, but you can copy the character and you can do their moves. In the arcade version, that's how you can play as Gil. You would use 12 against Gil, and then use X Copy, and hey, look, you're playing as Gil. And there's a time limit on that, so his super meter will start to count down, and he'll be that character until the finish, until the countdown is over. So, instant unique moves. You know how to use this guy pretty good. He'll be alright. He morphs. He does this, that, and the other thing. He's supposed to be some new kind of soldier, made by Urian or Gil or whoever. I don't know. G Project. So yeah, so like I said, you beat Q and you just continue on. Whether you lose him or not, the game continues on. I mean, you still have to, it still costs you a continue and everything like that. And now we have the rival battle. And who's this rival battle? Oh, it's Ryu. Oh, it's Ken. This time they have a little more dialogue than they do in the first two games. I don't think they do the rival battle in the first version, but in the second version they do. And of course, they all talk crap to each other, and it's time to fight. But don't worry, they're still friends. They were friends since they were kids, and like all good friends, they beat the shit out of each other from time to time. But it's all in good fun. And one thing I mentioned is I really thought, I didn't think the AI in this game was as cheap as the previous two versions, but this is also the version I played the most, so maybe I know it a little better than the rest. I mean, Gil is still a fucking pain in the ass. He's not gonna change at all. So he's still the cheap bastard that he's been in the first two versions of the game. That does not change. I had a couple of problems during the transfer of this. I did this like multiple times, and for some reason I had frame drops and slow down, and that's what you get when you use Pinnacle Studio, folks. Sometimes it works just fine, sometimes it just works to fuck you over. I don't know why this phenomenon happens, but whatever. So I tried rerunning it a few times, and this was actually the best version that came out. So yeah, I know, looking really unprofessional and half-assed here, but believe me when I tell you, this version came out better than the rest. And it wasn't as bad. You'll see what happens. You'll see a couple of hiccups and clips that might have, like, mysteriously disappeared, so... And I do apologize for that. I hope this is something I can not deal with in the future. So, yeah. So Ken, like I said, nothing different about him. Same moves. Pretty much sure I covered everything I can think of. I went over the extra options, the extra characters, this and the other thing. Like I said, all new stages, even though some of them were reused. Like the Alex version of the stage, same stage, same music. Yeah, you can use the same music. Just, at least in the first two, each character had their individual music. They actually reused the stage music from the characters. And it's just different colored background. But you see, you look good enough. You see it on the train, Alex's name is spray painted on it. And a little further back, you'll see Ken's name. Yep, there's a drop right there. As you can see, I went to go do a super combo. Frame drop, completely disappeared, and you don't know what happened. It looks like I did an edit there, but honestly, like, that was not an edit. I just made a comeback, and here's the part where the thing just kind of fucks up. It was really pissed me off at this point. I was like, come the fuck on. You really gotta be doing this in the game? You really gotta do me like this? New intro for Gil. You walk up, he's got all his minions. He does a really cool thing where he, like, burns his clothes off. He has his little line, which gets a little cut off right here. Thank you, Pinnacle Studio. Pretty much one of the most awesome, the mark of my dignity shall scar thy DNA. That's what he said in case you didn't hear it. I was talking over it or the thing cut out. Another new feature with Gil here is he glows. I think that's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty. He glows the whole match. His hair, he's got the Fabio flowing hair. He's glowing. It's pretty good. It took me a few tries to get this guy. You're gonna see at the end where it says I actually continued 6 times. 5 on this guy, 1 on Q. So yeah, not my proudest moment, but out of all the other playthroughs of this game I did, I mean the first 2 versions, this one wasn't as long. Like I said, I played Street Fighter III to death, so I know this one pretty good. The only thing that really pissed me off is like one of the other matches, it doesn't happen in this match. He never uses Resurrection because he at one point tries to use his super combo, and I get him. But one of the matches, I stopped his Resurrection. I really wanted to show that off. I wanted to show me stopping the Resurrection. Because if you're really close enough, you do a Hurricane Kick, and it will stop he won't gain full power. He'll only gain some of it back, which I think is pretty cool. So, yeah. So I wanted to show that off, but I didn't get a chance to. And usually, like, the reason why I pick the Shin Shoryuken is because usually when I'm fighting, here's why I got him. He fucked up. When I take him out after the Resurrection, I immediately go into, well, not immediately, but after a second after he gets up, I go into the, and I get him here. I go into the Shin Shoryuken and take him out pretty quick. So sometimes it doesn't always work. Sometimes he'll actually be able to block right away, or he'll power bomb me like a fucking cheap bastard. I should really stop using the F word so much. And now we have Ryu's typical why do I fight ending, or whatever. Endings I thought were pretty cool. I thought they were pretty good, pretty well drawn out. You got your still images with your waterfall in the background. I don't know why Ryu's always hanging out in waterfalls. Like in every ending he's in, he's doing something with the waterfall. He's either punching it, or he's walking through it, or he's standing in it, or he's throwing fireballs at it. I guess the guy just likes waterfalls. It's like, ah, gotta pee. I'll stand this waterfall. Nobody will be able to tell. So, so yeah, that was basically Street Fighter III Third Strike right there, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I think it's the best in the series. A lot of people, I won't say a lot of people. Some people don't like this game. Some people love this game. It's definitely one of the more technical Street Fighter games. I always liked I liked it. I always liked it. I like the customization to it. You can do whatever you want. You can totally just mess around with it, have fun. You can take it seriously. You can like throw in all kinds of like, you can do whatever with this almost. You can cheat. You can just like not take damage and just beat the crap out of the character and nothing you can do about it. It's like, ah, look at that. You hit me with your super there, Gil, and I'm still standing. I didn't even take a scratch, and you're about to die. And of course, you know, you got your, which I think is a pretty cool song here. It's like a Canadian rapper or something like that. I don't know. So you got some pretty cool games here. You got the Japanese voice actors, much better voice actors than the first one. So that's good. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, should have brought up, is like you get a ranking system, and based on how this is where the ranking system in Street Fighter started, I believe. It's like you can get from E, which is like terrible, to S. I think you get like S plus. You get some really weird. You can finish with some really weird ranking. I remember I was messing around. I played as Gil, like couldn't take damage, full combo bar, and just kept spamming his SFIII wing move, and I got like the best freaking score ever. I think I got like S triple plus rainbow or something like that. I got some really up there thing, which you can only get if you, as far as I know, you can only get if you actually like just cheat in the game and do what I just described. It's pretty fun though. I think you should try it. Put no damage, full, infinite super combo bar, and just do SFIII wing over and over, and put it on very easy, because that'll just give you like take the guy out real quick, get a lot of points. It's fun. Plus you can like knock him out in like 5-10 seconds. Like I said, I was playing the PlayStation 2 version because I've been having problems with GameCube, Dreamcast version. Oh, there was also a version for Xbox, and it played online. So yeah, there's an online version of Xbox. I heard it didn't do too well. I don't know. It was like too glitchy. Xbox was still perfecting the whole online Xbox Live thing back then. I mean, they're way better at it now. So. And shit, can I ramble anymore? Pretty much done. That's pretty much the end of the game right there. And I've brought to you the entire Street Fighter 3 series. I will be doing Street Fighter Alpha next. I'm debating. There's something I want to do beforehand. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll see. Because I do plan on doing some online games too, as part of playing play some games online. Which I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. And there's like your total grade, and as you can see, 6 continues. I don't know what SP point is. So if anybody told me what SP point is, please let me know, because I don't know what it is. And that's it. I will see you next week.